Aston Villa Football Club, a giant in English football. The Villains were formed in 1874 and were one of the founding members of the Football League in 1888. Being one of only 5 English clubs with the European Cup in their trophy cabinet, alongside 7 FA Cups, 5 League Cups and 7 First Division titles, there is no doubt that Aston Villa are one of the biggest clubs in English football.
I started supporting Aston Villa in the late 70s, early 80s, which coincided with a good spell in their period. I fell in love with the place, the colours and the atmosphere at the ground.
Beating Liverpool 5-1 in '76 is one that still stands out. And of course winning the league. The last day was, I suppose, a little bit of an anticlimax because we actually lost 2-0 at Arsenal and we were well beaten. But you know, the joy and excitement of winning the league, you know, still stands out. And then of course there was the European Cup, that little thing the year after.
Williams prepared to adventure down the left. There's a good ball played in for Tony Morley. Oh, it must be! And it is! Peter Will!
You know, it felt like a certain completion as well, that I'd been with the Villa and, you know, seen them through to this achievement. But yeah, it was an amazing feeling to think that Villa had achieved that after seeing them in the 3rd division. That was some achievement, wasn't it? Really, to get 17 points in a season, and we were really bad.
The atmosphere around the club was pretty toxic at the time. I think people had turned on the manager, turned on the players, even turned on the owner because he wasn't spending the cash to make a fist of the survival. Yeah, it was just horrible. It was just a horrible time, really.
There are always people amongst Villa fans who think that because we're Aston Villa, we should always be achieving, you know, more than, you know, the current capabilities of the squad that we've got, or the current management that we've got. I think the management was very poor, both on the playing side and on the directorship side. At the time, most fans felt that the players weren't very good. But if you look back now, most of the players who've gone are doing all right in top leagues. So they're probably, you know, either in the Premier League or in other leagues around Europe. So the players themselves probably weren't as bad. I think bad selections as well of team managers. I think poor old Remy Gard didn't have a chance, did he? And in retrospect, would have done any worse because he'd managed to rally the team the previous season and keep us up and take us to Wembley. You know, despite the disaster of the final, you know, I think we're all very pleased to beat Liverpool in the semi-final, get to Wembley, and go into the following season thinking we'd probably finish, you know, lower mid-table. I don't think anybody expected us to crash the way we did.
Absolutely gutted that we were going to be, or the news that we might face liquidation, administration, because we just started to get back on track a little bit with the previous owners. They started pumping a bit more money in. Obviously went a bit gung-ho and put too much money in, and then we were faced with the administration threats the following season.
I think there is a feeling of stability now, and a feeling that we are probably in better hands. We don't know. I don't think anybody can be too sure about the long-term intentions or capabilities of the people there, but they seem serious business people. They seem to genuinely have capital behind them, whereas I think there were doubts about Dr. Tony.
Definitely an improvement in atmosphere around the place, yeah. Yeah, just fans are enjoying it again. Like I said in a previous comment, the fact that we're scoring goals and playing some nice football is always good. Always good. It always brings fans together. The club moving forward, obviously back to the Premiership where we belong, where a club of Villa's size belongs, and maybe winning a few trophies along the way.